loves, it's your girl DeeDee, and welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another reaction video. Now this comes from a woman who says she is starting to not like black women, and I wonder why. So we're gonna get into the video, but before we do, if you are new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you like the content. Also share and like the video if you can, and hit that notification bell to be notified when I go live or post new content. So we're gonna get right into the video. Make sure you chime in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts on this one. Let's get into it. Here we go.
Yeah, I really started to dislike black women. I love us because I am us, but I don't like us at all. And other races of people may be sitting here like, oh, how can she say that she a black woman? How can a black woman say she don't like black women? Because I know us. That's just like saying, I love my child, but I don't like them. You don't like them because you know them. You know their bad habits. You know their ways. You know those underlying, you know, the things that they do that other people don't see. Like black women, we are nasty to black women. There's no in between with us. Either I meet a sister that's like me, that's empowering and honest and genuine and just humble and all of the good stuff. But the other ones, no.
Now listen, I will say, she's not lying. She has a point. And while I don't think that this is all black women, it refers to a lot of them. Being on social media, you see it all the time. As we see in its political season as well, we see it coming out now. Women like to talk about the sisterhood and, oh my God, and we support each other and do all of this, but there is a lot of nastiness within it. There's a lot of begrudgingness. There's a lot of entitlements. There's a lot of jealousy. There's a lot that goes on within the sisterhood that they don't like to talk about. The conniving things they do behind your back and the things they say if they don't agree with you or you don't agree with them, if you don't follow the sisterhood to the T with everything they want you to do, then it's a problem. And so I think that is a problem within itself. You know, black women are not as close to each other as they might want you to think. The minute you say something they don't agree with, it's when I say my opinion, when I talk about my opinion on social media and what I think, oh, you're this, you're that, they shame you, they call you names, they try to call you pick-me's, try to call you something because they don't agree with what you're saying. And the very things they like to say they want in a man is the very things that they are not. It would take an emotionally intelligent person to be able to disagree with someone without shaming them or name calling. That shows the insecurities within a lot of these so-called educated black sisters. It shows you the level of insecurities that they have when you say something that they don't agree with. And I think that is something to be spoke on. You have to speak on it and you have to acknowledge it, because this is the thing that men are being turned off by and other women are being turned off by. Why women themselves don't want to deal with other black women. So we can understand why men don't want to deal with them, because of the combativeness, because of the very nature that a lot of these women share. And so any person who's trying to move in a more secure manner and move in a way that is positive, it's going to be very difficult to be able to deal with these types of black women. And so when she says this, I completely understand where she's coming from. This is why I don't deal with a bunch of women, period, because I know the nature, I know how they think, I know where they come from. Sometimes you have to separate yourself from the pack. So I understand why men are walking away and saying, hey, I don't want to deal with this because it's too much, and it is. For women who claim to be so strong and independent and got their stuff together, they're easily triggered, they're very emotional, they're very unstable, and they're very insecure. And so until a lot of these particular women work on themselves and really get themselves together mentally, it's just what it is, and nobody's gonna wanna deal with them. Let's continue.
We catty, we're backstabbers, we jealous, we're conniving, we're vindictive. All of this stuff, like we just are. And when you get to my age, I'm 45, we are the worst. We hate on other women our age, and boy, do we hate on the young women. As if we've never been in their shoes. And as black women, what we should be doing is if we see our younger sisters struggling or doing something that we know is not right, know is detrimental to them, instead of talking about them, we need to kind of do like my elders did me. Like, I remember vividly some older women, they didn't even know me, would be like, young lady, you got a nice shape, but you don't need to be showing all of that. Or you don't need to be so loud. or whatever the case may be. When I was younger, and maybe my mama and my aunties and everybody was just different, but I never heard them sitting up talking about people. My mama had the same 5 friends, still got the same friends, and she's 73, like has had the same friends my entire life, and I've never heard her talk about them.
Shout out to her for putting this information out here, because it's the truth, and people hate to accept the truth. The truth is like kryptonite, because you don't want to accept it for what it is, and then wonder why people move away from you. And when it comes to the older generation teaching the younger generation, you could just throw that out the window, because they're still out here trying to compete. A lot of these older women see themselves as younger. You have 40 and 50 and 60-year-old women still out here trying to compete with the 20 and the 30-year-olds. So you're not going to give them any advice to help them, because you're still trying to compete, because you haven't mastered a marriage or relationship in your life. So you're still out here trying to do what should be reserved for the younger women for the most part. Not saying that you can't date older, but at this point you should have already been married and been there, done that. And either your spouse or whoever should, if they passed away, then maybe you're looking for companionship. You should be on your second time to be in your 60s. A lot of these women are in their 40s, 50s, 60s, never been married, never had a successful relationship, and still out here complaining about men. They're not going to teach the 20 and the 30-year-olds. They're not going to talk to them to try to better their situation. Misery loves company. So you're going to keep them in the same boat that you're in if possible. You're going to purposely try to steer them in the wrong directions to hopefully give you a chance out here at 50 and 60 to still try to master something you could not master. So I get what she's saying when it comes to this, because it is true. It's the truth. And once again, she probably would get pushed back, because a lot of women don't like to hear the truth, and they don't want to hear this. All they want to hear is the things they want to hear, what they believe and feel is true. If it's anything outside of that, they're not even capable, for the most part, of taking any type of constructive criticism or taking any type of advice to try or to even to implement anything other than the hyena tribe of communication. You're not even willing or open to any advice outside of the hyena hood. And I think this is what's keeping a lot of women back. And once again, I have to co-sign what she's saying. A lot of women are very mean towards each other, very vindictive, very jealous, very insecure, just nasty to each other. So it's not just a war between men and women. There's a war between women, black women, and black women as well. And they hate to acknowledge that, but a lot of these women are faking the funk. You come out like you're so this and so unified, and a lot of times they're not. They're very catty amongst each other, and it's just a hot mess. So this is why I do not agree with the sisterhood or any of that. I do not agree with any of that, because it is not real. I just want them to be honest about it and accept it for what it is, take accountability, and make some changes. So listen, I'm gonna leave it here. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I definitely want to hear from you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.